some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it down. That's where they'll put it in play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's going to fire to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Might be calling a hot route. Moore to the air. Throws to the back. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They booted away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Creates a little space. Line getting set on second down. Leaves it with the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Finds his big tight end. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. If you get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got room at the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could...
Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, You want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Clemson.
Fourth and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Back to pass. It's Van Buren. Steps away to find some room. Blasted as he lets it go. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oregon.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback making checks. Trying to get the edge on the right. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And you toss the ball to your running back to get him on the edge and try to get some space, but my goodness, there wasn't any space. He broke one tackle, but still wasn't enough. More guys coming after him really fast. They got to give him a little bit more space to do some more damage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There's the pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Great heads-up awareness by the defense. 3rd and short. Everyone in the stadium thinks the offense is going to run the ball, but they knew there was a chance the quarterback might try to throw it. They pinned their ears back. They got after it.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0.
And you want to run the football. I know that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore will throw. Got his man on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a long... It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want them.
Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here in the final 2 minutes. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Buying some time. Going right and going deep. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The offense changing the play. Moore to the air. Pressure coming. Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point was good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He fires one deep down the right side. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Trying to move them on the counter. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Moore will throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Exactly what this defense needed. Listen, they're at a deficit. They talked about at the half. They need some energy. They need to force some turnovers, create some negative plays. What do? First drive, get a sack. Nice job by this defense.
And it'll be down right there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop. Just a bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. And And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Coach is always hard. Staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
Man, a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, on second down, but really good job running the football, committing to getting the first down.
Here comes the heat. Got a man. It's Wilcox. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Gets it to him on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion.
Touchdown, Clemson! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
Trying to punch it in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They'll leave it with him. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Moore to the air. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the ball comes to rest right there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Send the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. But he's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air. It's Van Buren. Flips it out to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Takes the handoff. It's Allen. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And you can do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Moore will throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll try it over the left side. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Quarterback now breaking the field. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down and life is much better. To pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Moore to the air. Oh, they're after him. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Riley. He gets out of bounds, picks up the first down, 30 seconds left.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds, and uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Might be changing the route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Moore. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got it on the outside. It's Hill. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. Looking for space to the left. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He wants it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, defense, now you need a big play. You got the incompletion. You need one last play to keep this offense out of the end zone, and you win the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. Looking to the end zone. He knocked it away. Incomplete and saved the game as this one is over. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of